Well, hello everyone. I have right here, I'm talking about right here of 400 minutes. Download the app today, and a lot of times it sure seems that way. That really, what exactly does that mean when we do speak about that? Apps a lot of times having a desire to make a lot of money, and also whenever it comes to online shopping, and most of our parents are going to maybe say is toward, okay, yeah, that I don't really know what all that means right there, but it's like so yeah, so really, if your mom and dad saw any source of poster design or anything like that, something that looked kind of like this right here, to where it showed a picture of yeah, so people might say that you see these advertisements a lot of times. You see mom and dad right here, and then also with the child right here, and let's just say that maybe it could be a family of 4 or 5 children, and you might think it's toward, okay, yeah, 400 minutes. Download the app today or something like that. So, let's just say, yeah, if this right here was supposed to be an example for an advertisement for a store, and people might say that the first thing that you think about whenever you go out shopping, right, is money, right? It's not really about, okay, the app, if you have the app or something like that, or but look at it, yeah, look at it just like a coupon, and like in case of anybody that may ask me that, I'm like, yeah, look at this like a membership pass, a membership pass or a coupon, membership or a coupon, and so each time you do think about that, and anybody who's going to be getting confused about, okay, what do you mean? What's that? And but it's like, yeah. So each time I think about that and say is toward, okay, yeah, that. But at the time you want to know too that that really that why do you think that maybe anybody who's going to be talking, especially if you work on that maybe sales or any sorts of retail, that people might say that yeah, as long as you have your coupons and everything ready, for sure, as long as you got your coupon ready, that you will be able to use your coupon right here. And then if you have a membership, so each time you go shopping, either if it's online or if it's going to be maybe yeah, working in an actual warehouse, though, in the 102, that whenever it comes to understanding about how yeah, whenever you do shop around a lot of times, that you're thinking as to, okay, yeah, that whenever you say app, what exactly are you talking about? Download the app today. What does that mean? Well, that means that that you're actually yeah, you're that the app, the information to the app, and another way, if you want to look at it, is toward a picture. You see that picture right there that shows the logo right there. You would see something like this right here, to where it would show a logo, and like people might say that senior citizens may look at that as to where, okay, yeah, it's a little picture, it's a little picture right here, and so it's like yeah, so maybe some senior citizens or veterans or whoever that children might think about that is to, okay, the app, the app is that that little picture, the little picture right there, and the little picture or photo or some kind, anything from how you want to describe it, and so yeah, that the photo right here, and but people might say that really that there is a difference. Yeah, that there is a difference right here with what it really is. But like everybody might say that anybody who doesn't understand what it is and what's the purpose of it, for sure, what are you going to tell them, right? You see that yeah, you see that picture right there, and it's like, yeah, so it's like so in case if somebody were to ask anybody that when we're talking about the app, a lot of times, really, what are you going to tell them? Are you going to tell them something like, yeah, what an app is, don't you? Like an app, yeah, it's Are we talking about maybe a tool set or something like that, or like anything like that? But really, it look at that like a coupon, okay? It's a coupon. Do you have your coupon? So it's like so anybody who does ask, that you can maybe say something like it's like a membership. It's a coupon. It's like a coupon. You use that coupon to be able to redeem points. That's the place where you would go to just to be able to check your rewards points and anything else that you're going to be checking on your account. And so it's like, yeah. So whenever we do talk about any sorts of advertisements, right? Whenever it comes to sales, you do marketing and sales. So like anybody say that, yeah. Well, if you see something in that catalog, such as a Sony PlayStation 4, that you've been looking for, maybe I'm like, oh yeah, you've been shopping for, and you're warrantor, okay, yeah, that if you see something in that catalog that you want, and but it's like whenever you do think about that in 102, that 400 minutes, and then you'll download the app today. So you have right here this picture right here, and everybody might say is toward it, do you think that maybe you would be showing mom and dad or grandpa or grandma about how to do some of this? And people might say is to where you go ahead and take the time to show grandma, how to use this. And for sure that the more that they practice with it, the more that they'll use it, right? But half the time you want to know too that how many of us would actually draw a picture. Okay, yeah, you're going to go and just draw a picture. Draw or paint a picture, so that way you can better explain it, to them about what it's for and all that. Like, and yeah, you see that picture right there? Yeah, this is how it works right here, and just follow the instructions right there, on your phone. But like, people might say that, yeah, download the app today, and that's usually what you see right here. Download the app today, and so it's like, yeah. So anything else that you're going to maybe see, right? But like people might say is that, why can't these advertisements say something like, yeah, that, yeah, besides download the app today, that, why can't, maybe why can't these marketing tools say something like as toward, yeah, like anything that you think that you think that a lot of these stores would be asking for, especially, and a lot of times it's like, well, if you ain't got no money or so, or like, yeah, no money, and like, or like, yeah, the application or something like that. But every time you do think about that, and you're thinking as to, okay, yeah, having a desire to make a lot of money requires someone to interact with the work, but then also the marketing work. That when we do think about the marketing, you think about the needs and what the customer and clients need in order to be able to provide good service into them. And what is a good service? And so you have this right here. Talk about for the little picture right here, and then you have that photo right there, and it's like so if we're talking about a design that represents a logo right here, and it's like you maybe think as to where that the first thing that you think about whenever you do go out shopping is that I am looking I am shopping for a particular item. So you would say something like that right there for a particular for a particular item. You would say something like that. I am shopping for a particular item right here, and so it's like so yeah. First of all, it's like people might even say that that if you would actually walk into the stores and say something like that, to where that I am shopping around for a particular item, but the first thing that you're gonna say is toward, okay, yeah, well, you need to know what an app is, and like everybody say, that anywhere you're going to be shopping at, for sure, anywhere you're going to be shopping at, like senior citizens might even say that, I would like to have cash, and yeah, so I can write down on here of talking about cash, and people might say that yeah, cash. Why do you think that cash is not the actual dollar bill cash, but we're talking about there's also the cash awards and but still it's like so every time you think about that and you're warned to where that why do you think that a lot of these ads though that anybody who goes in there to do any shopping though that you're warned to where that you take at least 400 minutes of your time to explain to the customers that what they need to do and what this is and what that is right there. And so really that we're only talking about the more you use it, the more you get used to it, right? But it's like but each time you do think about that, and you're warned to where that do you think that it would be very helpful, maybe if you could even show somebody how something works, or if anything, you're going to go ahead and include an infographic. Anybody who has a disability or anything like that, and anybody that might say that, you go ahead and represent an infographic showing something such as, that an infographic, this infographic right here is going to show, help guide somebody toward that look at an app just like a coupon. You know what a coupon is, don't you? Of course I know what a coupon is. Yeah, well, look at that like a coupon. To where with this coupon, you would shop for that. You would go to the store from your phone or from your laptop, computer, or any other device, and you would go to the store to be able to install that on your phone. And so it's like, what's an app? And I know everybody else might say that, what is a good example of an app? An app is something like, already done for you. But still, it's like, well, really, so anybody who might think about that is toward a desire to make a lot of money, though. But it's like, you're always want to know too that, do you think that maybe everybody else would be looking for this right here to where it's already done for you. It's all done for you. Yeah, already done for you. Why can't you put that in big letters like that? Like people might say is to where that's the whole point about doing a lot of this. Like everybody might say that whenever you're talking about your customer shoppers, that you might think is toward if you really want to do a job or maybe be working on something, that do you think that maybe the whole purpose about a lot of things that you learned about your experience will be is toward already done for you. You put a comma right there or something like that. Yeah, already done for you. So if you were to actually do something like that for on any source of advertisement, right? And people might say that, so every time you think about that, and you're warned to, or already done for you. What does that mean? You are already done for you. So it's like, if you were to be working on anything in particular, that you see something like that or hear something like that, and your 102 is toward all you really have to do is just fill out this application or something like that, or make sure your account is up to date. So you would see something like that. Yeah, make sure your account is updated right here. You would see that right there. And 102 that, that, so what is, So like everybody might say is to like yeah. So it's like when we do make sure your account is updated. I can put that. I'm like yeah, I know it. You want to put it somewhere. Maybe where people everybody can read it here. I know. I'm trying to make room here, but it's like every time you do look at these advertisements, though, and you're warned toward it, whenever you do start running out of space, and people might say is toward, okay, yeah, you gotta write down on there, son, you gotta put it somewhere, right? But, make sure that your account is updated. But people might say that, do you think that it would maybe, make more sense to go ahead and, to put it on there sideways? I don't know if that's really the smartest idea or not, but people might say that, really, who wants to take time to do, I'm like, yeah, who wants to take time to read that? If you're going to be reading any sorts of advertisements or anything like that, 102 that, you look at a picture like that, and that right there is supposed to be a logo design right there, and people say, yeah, you see that picture right there, and go ahead and look to your right and read sideways. Who has time to read sideways? But really, it's like anybody might say that, really, that, if you were to actually look at a coupon, for sure, if you would actually look at the coupon, people might say that, yeah, you see the sides, you see details, maybe on the bottom or maybe on the reverse side about the coupon details and everything. But it's like, yeah, so if you were to actually put like a quote or something, I'm like, yeah, if you were to actually read a message right here sideways, and it's like people might say that is toward it, who's going to really have time to look at that? But it's like, well, really, that if you actually were to be looking at that, and this right here was supposed to be a coupon. Yeah, this right here is supposed to be maybe a ticket or a coupon or something like that. You would probably be looking at it at a different angle, and you're thinking that okay, yeah, that would you have to maybe rotate it? This right here was supposed to be a form or something like that. That you would see text and writing maybe written on the sides right here, all sideways. And 102 that whenever you looked at that document for sure, but it's like, yeah, download the app today, and then you'll be able to save an extra 10% or something like that. But it's like, so whenever you do mention about app though, that how many of us would say is toward, okay, yeah, that you go ahead and show somebody a picture. You show them an infographic, something like an infographic, to explain to somebody about, you see that big picture right there, that right there, that right there, that represents the company, or that represents the grand opening or the special sale that's going on Saturday or something like that. And so it's like, yeah, so you try to show somebody something, and the next thing you know, it's like, really, that download the app today, and somebody's going to say, okay, I don't understand. I don't know what an app is. Like, you know what a coupon is, don't you? Like, yeah, I know, like, and then you look at it like a coupon. Like, oh, I don't know how to do that. And so really, I think the whole purpose about it also is that, already done for you. And so every time you do think about shopping, though, or going out shopping, or anything else that you're going to be doing, what exactly is it that you're going to be talking to mommy and daddy about? And they might say is, well, really, that you like you actually like everybody might say that that whenever you do think about that, download the app today, that you're probably thinking is to where I actually enjoy going as a family, going together as a group to go shopping. I actually enjoyed doing this together rather than, the last time we were there, like I don't recall looking at all that and doing all that right there. So it's like, so it sure seems that way that each time you do think about that and 102, yeah, download the app today. And a lot of our parents, by the way, that may look at that as to where that it's on the receipt, and yeah, it's on the receipt, and so it's like how many of us are really gonna think about that as to where, yeah, it's on a. Yeah, yeah, I know. Uh, yeah, it's on the receipt right here. But anyway, yeah, tell everybody that try I'm trying to get in there. But anyway, yeah, it's on the receipt, and I'm sure a lot of our shoppers are going to maybe say that yeah, it's on the receipt right here. If you want. Oh, I'm trying to fit it all on there, but like everybody might say that that's usually what they say too. Anywhere where you're going to be shopping for sure. Yeah, it's on the receipt. You see the receipt right there. It's on the receipt right there. So everybody might say that there is a reason why you keep your receipts. By the way, senior citizens might say that there is a reason why you keep your receipts. Just because of the fact that that shows the information of what you need to know. Maybe the next time you go shopping somewhere, that's the information that you would need to know for anything that you're just trying to understand. So it's like, yeah. So every time you think about that, do you think that maybe it would help toward if you would include an infographic right here, something that shows text and writing, even going sideways like a picture frame, just like that right there. People might say is toward that, if you're used to using those coupons, then maybe you would include something that shows a receipt, like something like a border right here, a picture frame. Look on more like a frame right here, to where you have text and writing, and everybody might say that, yeah. Well, why do you think that maybe that they don't do all mobile apps like that? To where if you're going to be, if you're going to get an app in the mail, that why can't you just look at it like print it sideways, just like that, to where these are the steps that you can follow, just like looking at a picture frame, just like that. And you may want to know too that yeah, some coupons. You might see something like that, but maybe that there's a reason maybe why that, people might say that you prefer to go ahead and read the coupon information just like this right here, to where that if you would actually look at it, you would actually be reading it sideways. And, if they would do something like that, if a lot of these companies would do something like that, they might say, especially if you get coupons in the mail, that you would be able to read coupons and logos like that, and like you read it sideways. Yeah, it's on the receipt, or yeah, that make sure that your account is updated. And so if you would actually fit all that on, yeah, it seems like a lot of information, right? But like everybody say, the more you do it, the more you get, the more you get used to it. But but still, it's like every time you do think about that, and you're 102 that. Anybody who doesn't know what an app is, that what are you going to tell that person? They're going to say that, well, you see that picture right there? That's an app. An app is it's like middleware that's installed on your computer, to where that if you have it installed properly, then that means is to where it's able to gather data, and then it's able to provide a service to you from the store. So if you want to look at that just a little bit, to where that look at it like an electronic coupon, look at it like a membership coupon, to where that whenever it's installed properly on the device or anything else that you're going to be using, maybe a smartwatch, you use this to be able to where that you can save money, and you can shop for redeem points, earn points, and earn coupons. And So it's like, yeah, a lot of stuff that your parents probably told you that, this is not a toy, okay? I don't want you spending so much time working on that. Even if you do, if it allows you to buy that special candy bar or something like that that you were shopping for or something like that. But it's like, yeah, so every time you think about that and you're 102, that, mommy and daddy would tell you that they don't want you spending so much time looking at that or working on that. But it's like, really, but if you're talking about going out to eat or anything else that you're going to be doing, really, that, somebody's going to be asking you, why did you write that sideways right there? Nobody's going to see that right away, or nobody's going to be able to read that right away. Why did you print that sideways? So like any graphic designer would be asked that question to where that why do you think reading sideways would really catch anybody's attention? And somebody might say is to well really that whenever you do look at like everybody might say that is toward it you would look at that as like a particular order toward it after you read the details right here. Look on the side right here. If you actually were to look at that coupon by diagonally, then you would see on there on the side is to where make sure your account is updated. And you see right here is to where it's on the receipt right here. So if you actually look at an image to something like that right there, for sure that people might say is toward okay, yeah, that whenever you do your shopping, by the way, you would use this. You would usually see from your shopping experience. You would usually see the shopping bags on the right side. Right-handed, and then if you're going to be using your left hand, whenever you use your left hand, that's usually whenever you grab the receipt. You see the details on the receipt, right? You ask those questions a lot of times. From your shopping experience, which hand did you use to be able to receive your receipt? Which hand did you use to be able to receive your shopping bags? And people might say that, okay, I don't really pay attention to all that stuff, to be quite honest with you, but it's like, yeah, well, you might just think about that. Which hand did you use to be able to get the receipt? Which hand did you use to be able to handle the money? Which hand did you use to be able to handle, the shopping app? And so, like, let's just say that if most coupons would say that there's a reason why that the receipt information is printed on the left side, and then that the information about your account is printed on the right side here, and then you have here the details on the bottom. So, like anybody who's going to say that if you're going to be a designer, make sure that your account is updated, and it's like your parents are not going to understand what all that means right there. But if you do like an infographic, something like that, even if you have a disability, that it's like you would look at it toward it. If you had a printed copy of something like that, and if you looked at it real closely, for sure you would see a lot of details right there. And you want to know too, okay, I had no idea. About that. And so it's like, so you want to know too that if you, templates or anything that you're going to be working with, and you want to know too that, maybe if all coupons did something like that, to where that, it's based on your shopping experience, everything seems to be, almost every shop, every time that you went into that store to do shopping, it seems like that you had a totally different experience. And one of those experiences would be is toward, okay, yeah, that, the first thing that you think about is to where it's already done for you. You just got to make sure that, they can look, it's the zip code, and I can tell everybody that, it's a zip code right here. Zip code, a lot of times it's a zip code, zip code, and anybody who wonders, I'm like, based on your shopping experience, for sure, that, if you don't have, like, people might say that, it's zip code, phone number, zip code, or anything, and, so anybody, I'm like, zip code, and, I could put it down here sideways, too. Anybody might say, if you can't really read that very well, but, still. I know people might say that how many of us are going to be looking at a coupon and thinking as toward, okay, yeah, you go ahead and read the text and writing right there, and want to know too that any graphic designers would write sideways for that particular reason. But we're talking about that if you do receive a paper copy of the same thing, for sure you would be able to read some of this. Like everybody say that if you do receive a copy of something, for sure you now have the ability to where you can read the information on that copy, and that's why it seems like everybody might say that reading the print sideways or something like that, it may look like it from the copy, but if you actually were to rotate it in a direction for how you want to look at it, and then you'll be able to read it, and that's why it seems like whenever you do think about a coupon, yeah, those coupons, some of them are allowed to expire, some of them expire and all that, but still, that whenever you do think about a coupon, though, that you tell mommy and daddy that yeah, you look, but still, in order for you to be able to read it, but it's like based on your shopping experience, that you ask those questions as to where, okay, mom and dad, which hand did you use to be able to handle it? So it's like, yeah, so every time you go out shopping, that usually it's with your right hand that you hold the phone and you take a picture of the QR code and everything. Usually it's your right hand that you use to hold the phone, and then usually it's your left hand that you use just to be able to hang on to the receipt. And so every time you think about that, and you're warned to worry, but still, that, yeah, why did I know that? Like, and it's all about the learning experience, right? But still, it's like, the first thing that you think about is that you want to make sure that you have everything ready. And so you would see something like that, download the app today, and but still, it's like every time you think about that, and 102 is toward it, maybe, yeah, like what's one thing that you can tell mommy and daddy about the shopping experience, for sure, and U102 is toward it, that, yeah, if you would, yeah, pay attention to what you're doing, but still, that, U102 that is toward it, that, yeah, that, you don't pay attention to all that stuff, all those details, so that's why it seems like people might say that whenever you look at an infographic like this right here, mommy and daddy are going to be asking you, why are you spending so much time working on that? I asked you to do the dishes earlier, or I asked you to do some chores around the house. And so it's like, yeah, so let's just say if it does take 5 hours just to be able to put together the information right here on this coupon right here, and people might say is toward it, yeah, well, I think mommy and daddy or anybody else would understand a little bit more of why it took so long was because of the fact that, yeah, mommy and daddy, most of the time, they look at a picture, right? They just want to look at it as a picture, but if you're going to have any sorts of advertisements, for sure, you see any sorts of logos and advertisements, that companies would probably say that they look at from a right to a left angle right here. Whenever you do your shopping around, that a lot of designers would say is toward it, maybe it would be best to go ahead and have the text and writing, have the details right here, all wrapped around like a picture frame right here, around this image right here. And if there's a reason why that a lot, like, yeah, the QR codes also, but still, that, it's like, maybe that there's another reason why that, texting and writing right here, like, yeah, the QR code or something would maybe be placed at about right here too. But when you do think about that, and you're 102, that, yeah, that, whenever you go to the store, how many times do you use your left hand or your right hand, just to be able to do your shopping? And parents, mom and dad might say that, I really don't remember, and I really don't pay attention to all that, all those details. If it was left-handed or right-handed, and I know, like everybody else might say, that usually you usually don't pay attention to where if it's with your left hand or your right hand. People might say, yeah, left-handed or right-handed. Yeah, left-handed or right-handed? Yeah, I honestly don't think. Yeah, I honestly don't think everybody that. Yeah, right-handed. Oh, I'm trying to get it all on there, but okay, yeah, right-handed, left-handed, or right-handed. Oh, I know it. Left hand, right hand, right there. But yeah, you left-handed or right-handed. Left hand or yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get it all on there, but people might say that really that whenever you're trying to. Okay, there. Left-handed or right-handed? Like, yeah, I'm using my left hand. That really makes a difference, doesn't it? It makes a difference because you sometimes I use my left hand, to work some of the keys. By the way, tell everybody in case of anybody that didn't know that whenever you do go shopping, you might think that during based on your shopping experience that you just kind of want to get in and get out of the store, right? But it's like every time you think about that and you're worried, yeah, I'm trying to get it all on there, but really anybody who shops around for sure that if you're going to be using your phone to be able to handle a lot of this information here, that you may want to know too is toward okay, yeah, that was with your left hand, that was with my right hand. You don't really pay attention to all those details. But people might say is toward it. But if you were to design an infographic to where that it would help it would make it a lot easier for everybody to be able to read that and understand about okay, with your left hand to do this and with your right hand to do that, and so maybe that's another reason why that that you would see these text and prints right here on the left side and printed on the right side right here is because if you're left-handed or if you're right-handed that you'll be doing that, and so that's why it seems like left-handed and right-handed right there, and so I know that that's something that we do almost every day, but we just don't think about it, right? We use our left hand to do something, and we use our right hand to do something, and you're like 102 that yeah, that to use your right hand to do something, and you just don't think about it. 102 that maybe you don't you can't remember that, but still it's like but every time you do think about an app though that you might think is toward okay, yeah, while you're bagging your groceries and everything, that while you're bagging your groceries that you're holding the phone in your right hand, and yeah, left hand right hand angle right there. A lot of companies would say that's really helpful if you go by the left hand or the right hand right there. And I know that seems like it's a lot to keep track of, by the way, but people might say that do you think that it would help to where that you would have an infographic? That they say that those directions are saying with your left hand or with your right hand, but people might say, yeah, you'll get used to it after a while, especially if that's just how they manage things up there. But still, anyway, but people might say that yeah, with the coupon, all right. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.